Welcome. The collective is here for your information, knowledge, and love. What we ask of you is to sit and listen. To sit and listen to each vibration of each word as it flows through you. It is this vibration, it is this frequency that carries what you are looking for. The words are for your ears to hear. It is the vibration that your heart will connect to. It is this vibration. It is this frequency by which we all connect. Sit now and allow yourself to be connected to this frequency. What is it that you are looking for? What is this message that you are looking for? What is it that you seek? Where is it that you seek? Why is it that you seek? For these are the questions that are asked over and over. What is it that I'm looking for? Why is it that I'm seeking for something? Where is it that I must go? Where is it that I must do this? What is it? For you understand the simplest of answers is it is all within inside of you. It is there. It is the piece of you that already exists. But is it what you seek? This is the question. Pay no mind to what is taking place around you. This is the distraction of the physical essence. This is the distraction of this three-dimensional aspect of yourself. But how do you find the peace? As it is said, how do you find the calm in the storm? That is the greater question. Especially with what is in place in your three-dimensional aspect, your three-dimensional paradigm. For what you must understand, it is all around you. This vibration that you seek, this information that you seek, this divine connection that you seek is all around you every minute, every second, every point of every day. That many who have not forgotten, but it is clouded. It is clouded by what you do. It is clouded by what you think. But we are here to say to you that the time is now. We have brought you this message in the past. The time is now. It is now time to wipe your eyes clean. But it is not the time now to wipe your eyes clean for what you think. But what is taking place around you is going to continue to take place around you. but it is the growth. It is the evolution of your energetic self. It is the evolution of the internal being, the divine essence, the God-like peace that is you. All of what is taking place around you is going to remain, but what you seek, yes, is already there. We have mentioned to you in the past to go into quiet. Seek this quiet time for yourself, to expand yourself, to open yourself, to express yourself. And many of you have, but yet the question remains. But we are here to tell you, be prepared to receive. Be prepared to receive the newest you, the newest expression of yourself. That you may ask, I am not ready, what shall I do? You are ready. You must just ask. You must just open yourself to receive, fully, unconditionally receive. Understand this, for it is this physical being that wishes to be here. It is this energetic being that equally wishes to be here. But in order to evolve, the evolution must take place from within, deeply within. Each cell, each fiber, each existence of the physical being must evolve. Many of you experience these, as you would call them, downloads into your physical being. Yes, those are preparatory for all of what is going to take place. It is this changing of the physical presence that is necessary. Many of you have done the work. Many of you have done some of the work, but we are here to tell you, all of you will receive the new you. Have an understanding that this new you, this new piece of you, this new evolved piece of you is what you have been seeking. Many of you may experience it in great detail. Others may question themselves, when is this going to happen? And it may be very, very subtle. But there are not only those that you understand are there to receive, many that are not, in your eyes, ready to receive their new self will receive. This is in preparation. This is an understanding. This is in preparation for a greater experience, a greater good for your understanding. So we ask you now, in this moment, this understanding, this expression of self that is present with you right now, We ask that you sit quietly. We ask that you open to receive. You ask that you open yourself to receive the new evolution of yourself. Do not complicate it with other questions. Do not complicate it with other thoughts. Merely just ask to receive the new evolution of yourself. And with a large breath of air into your body, allow the energy to flow in and through to each fiber, each cell, to each piece of tissue. And allow it to radiate out beyond all measure of this physical existence. Allow yourself to retain this understanding. Allow yourself to merge with this understanding. Allow yourself to not hinder yourself, as this is the evolution of who you are. If you have questions, please begin.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that message and for your presence this evening. And so Katie wants to know, and this relates to what you said, I think, about finding that quiet. She says a message she's been receiving is to be still, as in the Psalms. How do we do that, and what exactly does that mean, please?
To be still. This is like asking a river to stop flowing. This is like asking the wind to be calm. Your physical presence is an energetic presence. It will always remain in a state in which there is activity up until the last breath. The greater understanding in this is to understand the energetic piece of you, the activity that is you. Then, in between it, between each of the moments of activity, there is the quiet, there is the silence, there is that point of no activity. Just as a stream flows down through your earth, upon your earth, there are points at which the water quiets itself, falls in behind a rock, and quiets itself. Shall too you find this rock, this place, this location within you, that your activity, your flow can quiet itself. It is just as easy as that. It is to find the layers that are between everything. Quiet yourself is just an expression. It is where you take yourself, close your eyes, and look into the infinite space. Look deeply into the infinite space to the point at which you cannot see any further. And still try to look further than that. And in that, there's quiet. It will take focus. It will take this moment of quiet. It'll take this moment of silence. But with the world around you and your physical thoughts, it is as if you must go back to school to understand how to find what you're looking for. It is to train yourself. It is to understand the moments that are between everything. It is the small bits of your existence, the smallest that you can conceive. And in those small bits, there's an infinite space. That is where your focus should be drawn. That is where your quiet will come from. That is where your ears will fall deaf from the sounds around you. Your mind will go quiet from the thoughts that are existent. And it is in that space that you'll find the silence and the quiet you are looking for.
Thank you very much for that. So Tracy says that for about 6 to 7 years during meditation, when her third eye opens, she often sees a rapid spinning of symbols and numbers and occasionally letters, very similar to computer coding, like in the Matrix. Every now and then she can pick out a number, but what is happening with Tracy? What is the purpose of this and what should she do with it, please?
As quick as what is placed in front of you, as quick as it is to enter in and exit out, each symbol, each word, each piece is encoded specifically for you. This information is what you've sent ahead to yourself as a reminder of what has, what is, and what will be. For you must understand that your existence and what was encoded into it for this existence. It is as if you have played your own recording of past, present, and future all at the same time to be received as a coded message for yourself. What is it that you need to do with this information? Merely open your mouth and allow it to be presented to you. Allow it to be expressed outwardly. There has been moments that have been scribed, but you cannot keep up with the information that is there to flow. It is this verbal expression that will fill in the pieces that are missed by what is being scribed. And so allow yourself to express what is this encoding. Do not pay mind to what comes out of your physical mouth. It is the vibration by which it is entering into this existence. You are merely receiving, attuning, aligning all of the crystalline structures to allow the expression to be placed outwardly. As the crystalline structures align and become more attuned to what is being expressed, what will be heard through the physical ears will become more clear. But do not hinder yourself by the physical presence. Merely open your mouth and allow it to be expressed.
Thank you very much for that helpful information. Who was that providing that message, please?
The primary vibrational source was provided through Enoch.
Thank you very much. Amanda in Australia has a concern about her career and vaccination. What can you tell her about her situation? What does she need to know?
You are presenting yourself in this existence. You are here to present yourself as the beacon, the pillar, the connection point. You have built yourself upon a strong foundation of understanding. But yet, you stand upon this foundation with one foot, and the other foot isn't quite sure where to place it in your existence, in your physical self. This is the understanding you must have. It is the time now that is most critical. It is this time now that is most critical for you and all beings to stand firmly upon their foundation. There are many decisions to be made in the physical presence. There are many decisions of what to do and why do I need to do this and that. But if you stand firmly upon that foundation by which you built your existence, your energetic existence upon this planet, all will be provided for you. It is a matter of stepping into the center, receiving the understanding that of what you have built is your connection to all truths. But it is also an understanding that for decisions to be made, decisions that will affect a course of action, a particular place and intersection upon your timeline, it is this to understand. When you are in full alignment and full awareness, fully centered, no matter the decision, you will be provided for. If the question is, if I do this, then I will have this. If I don't have this, this will not take place. Many decisions are in play. It is time to step back and observe your questions differently. What else is it that I could be doing? Where else could the universe put me and provide for me? Is it necessary for this? As it has been expressed in the past, many questions are around this, as you say, vaccine, this thing that you must receive. If you are aware of your understanding, your placement, your contractual agreement to be here is to receive, then the physical body will receive it in a way that it will not hinder itself forward. But if you are not in true alignment with it, that is where the complications begin. This is for all things that enter into the body, from the air you breathe, to the water you drink, to the food you receive. If you are not in alignment with it, it will provide complications to the physical existence. But if you are fully aware, fully understand all of what you receive into the body, then the body receives it accordingly, does with it accordingly, provides the nutrients, provides the, as you would call it, protection. The things that you do, the job that you have, no matter the circumstances, there always will be a choice. Shall I stay? Shall I go? If it isn't this decision today, it'll be this decision tomorrow. And this is because one foot is on and one foot is off. If you bring the foot on that is off and you stand firmly upon your foundation, your understanding, your truth of existence here upon this plane, then the questions are silent because you understand how the universe will place you where it needs, how the universe will provide for you what it will. But when we, as a physical being, interrupt that process, that's where it is complicated. So allow yourself to take a moment, to take the time to understand the foundation that you built, to understand and trust what lies ahead. For you are building your path. You are creating what it is that is in front of you. This is for all beings to understand. It is all present in front of you. Allow yourself, allow the contracts and the universe to provide for you appropriately.
Beautiful. Thank you. That was very helpful. So Donna would like to know who her cat Bella keeps talking to. She's very talkative, and not just to her human parents, but also talks up the wall, seemingly to no one. What is Bella trying to say, or who's she communicating with, please?
There is another energy present that Bella is experiencing. This is the energy of the previous cat that was in that particular house. It is there now to play and give partnership to Bella, to provide comfort, a playmate of such. And this is why this communication is taking place.
Perfect, lovely, thank you. So over the last few weeks, Courtney has been having odd physical symptoms, nauseous after sleeping, swollen lymph nodes in her throat. Her right cheek was twitching for quite a while the other day, body shaking in the middle of the night for several nights. There has been an etheric being in her room watching her from the corner. Can you all give some sort of insight into what's happening with her physically, or what does she need to know about all of this, please?
The etheric presence, the guardian that is in place. It is not just one. It is there is a reoccurring. There's a reoccurring presence of a number of, as you would call them, archangels that are present. They are overseeing the physical body's change. There is a growth process of the physical body. There is a there was a previous induction. There was a previous induction of information. There was a previous change to the physical body that has laid dormant to this point. Through the work this individual does, it is now awakening this dormant induction. It is this change that is coming to the front. It is the physical pieces that are being represented. It is the energetic changes throughout the physical body. There is an ever so thin layer of this energetic film that is enveloped around this being. This is a protective layer. It is allowing the body to process and change and physically shift to meet the energetic alignment. Though appearance from the physical standpoint will be slightly different. But when the energetic alignments are fully in place and one perceives the other in an energetic presence, there will be a full change of appearance. It is as if you are looking upon yourself in a mirror and you see a representation of your true angelic, energetic self. For all beings have this, but they have yet to experience it. This is the change that is manifesting itself within the body. This is why the etheric presence is there. It is to oversee and assist where needed from all archangels, as well as all galactic realms, to ensure this change takes place appropriately.
Wow, fascinating. Thank you for that. So then is that why many people over the past couple of years have been sensing their wings?
This is one aspect, yes.
What else will people notice?
It will manifest itself in many different ways. You will sense in the physical body itself a presence of separation between your physical connection to the earth and the heavens above. As you are out in nature, as you are out doing your daily activities, you will feel a slight separation from the earth plane, but yet you are firmly connected to the earth plane. You have not risen up from the earthly plane. Your energetic presence has now learned to lift and be present just slightly above your physical self. This is the change that is taking place. This is the change that was expressed earlier. This is the expression of allowing the energetic self, the divine being that is you, its full capability. Some have already experienced this. All will begin to experience this.
Thank you. It seems like it's happening faster. Is that accurate in our time?
This is accurate. As we have discussed before, there is a moment now that many are needed. The changes that you are beginning to see from person to person, physical being to physical being, is more rapid, and you would say that your timeline is speeding up. It is not. It is this energetic change and the alignment between energetic beings. It is these pure alignments, these connection points from energetic to energetic. It is as if you have stepped through and into the quantum field, and you are now experiencing all nodes in all timelines and all existences simultaneously in this physical presence.
Interesting. So it's not a matter of time speeding up as much as more frequent experiences of no time.
This is correct.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And when you said, by the way, this speeding up of our gifts or abilities or change, our evolution, was preparation for greater experiences or greater good. Were you referring to this energetic event wave that's coming in?
There have been many questions about this energetic wave or this event that is to take place. There is a physical event that will take place for your planet. And yes, there is preparation that is needed, but there's preparation that is needed all across all activities, all physical activities, all energetic activities, to encapsulate around the planet. And yes, there will be, as you would perceive, there will be a disruption. There will be devastation, but it is not to what you understand. For if you remain physical in your body and you do not allow your energetic piece to be present, then this, as you say, destruction, as this takes place, you will then only comprehend it in your physical mind's presence. with the expansion and the awareness that you are coming into of your true alignment, your true divine self, your true energetic being, then what is perceived to be destructive is to be looked upon as growth. For you must understand, no matter the location, no matter the place in which you inhabit upon this planet, at any particular point in this existence, there has to be one and there has to be the other. For this is this planet's place. If you have light, you must have dark. If you have good, you'll have bad. This is what you have chosen to enter into. This is the purpose of this planet. To have an understanding of what is yet to come is that when you begin to rise and raise and become aware of your divine alignment and where you are upon this planet and its existence, then you are aware of the equal balance that must take place. With this disruption, this devastation, comes a new growth, a new birth, a new understanding upon the planet. That is what is yet to come. So do not look upon it in your physical mind's understanding of what is to come. Look upon it with your awareness that there is change. There is growth. There is rebirth.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. So I'd like for you to tune in, if you would, to Scott's backyard. He lives on Bell Grove Circle in Hanahan, South Carolina. He's been told he has a portal in his backyard. Are you able to focus on that and let us know if that is true? And if so, what is the purpose of this portal, please?
The point at which, upon your physical planet, that you are representing itself as a portal is an entry and exit point. The exit point. For you must understand the physical aspect of what you, in your physical mind, understand as a portal. There is a point, yes, in this location. This is a purposeful point. There is below in your planet, there is a deep crystalline shaft. There is a pool of water at the bottom of this crystalline shaft. Energetically, it is transmitting out beyond what you understand around your planet, out into the galaxy, beyond that. This is a point and a location at which, as your physical being departs this existence, there are some that wish to remain behind in their energetic state. They wish to remain behind because they enjoy what they have experienced and wish not to exit back to the divine, back to source. Think of this as an elevator of such. They see the light, they understand it's there, and when they, at a particular point, decide they've had enough, they merely enter in, rise, and connect again to the source. So it is there to bring those that wish to remain a bit longer back to source for an entry point. This is for those that wish to enter into this planet, into this planet, not on this planet. For you must understand there's much that takes place below your feet within your planet. This is one point at which they enter into and are received into the planet. They then reside in your planet, doing its work, assisting with Mother Earth, allowing it to function as it needs to.
Wow, fascinating. So are those what we call earthbound spirits that want to hang out?
This would be correct.
Some are kind of ornery.
This is correct.
Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people that I know notice those earthbound spirits and attempt to send them up into
Yes.
source.
They open their own portal at that point. Upon their understanding, they open a temporary portal of light and energy, surrounded and allowing them then to enter back to source.
So if it's their free will to hang out because they wish to, is it appropriate for us to send them on their way?
At times, yes. As you have mentioned, you asked inquisitively, ornery. Yes, there are those spirits that wish to remain behind to have a bit more fun at the physical being's doing. So at that point at which you no longer wish to have that experience in the physical presence, you too can open a temporary portal and ask them to leave. They may not, so it may require the assistance of others.
A lot of people call on Archangel Michael. Is that appropriate?
Yes, it is.
Is there anyone else we should call?
You can bring forth Uriel if you wish. Michael is the primary. He is the one that will surround them and carry them skyward.
Thank you for that. So does Scott need to worry about any wayward souls hanging out at his house?
Unless they begin to bother him. If he wishes not to have them present, then he can do and ask what he wishes. He can call upon Michael to corral and bring forth their exit.
And is it possible to close that portal if one wanted to?
This portal has been open for quite some time. In your physical presence, it would be very difficult to close this portal. Before you understand it is both exiting and entering. If you were to close this portal, then those that are meant to be received into your planet would not be received. So it is always good to understand the portal that is in existence at any particular point and understand its purpose. And if it is of no purpose, then yes, it is fine to close if you wish.
Awesome. Thank you. That was very helpful information. So Alyssa, in her old house, when she was around 8 years old, she saw a scary figure. She's still a teen. And she saw this figure on a regular basis, describing it as a 6 foot tall, faceless, featureless, tall, black and thick, dense aberration. And it was terrifying, obviously, since she was 8. She was hoping that you could shed some light on what that was that she saw when she was younger.
The apparition, as you call it, that just as we have discussed that there are those that wish to remain behind, they do so by their own, as you would say, free will. And those that wish to stay behind and remain in one location, for which you must understand about that energy. And this is for all those that depart their physical being, and if they wish to remain behind. It is energy. Energy feeds on energy. If one remains behind, and there is energy that is of less vibration. Thoughts, words, actions, perceptions, understandings, all of it with its own frequency, all of it with its own energy, will they begin to grow with that energy. As it begins to grow, that lower vibration, that frequency will then take upon itself in your frame of reference a dark mass, a dark, thick goo, a dark, thick entity. And it will continue to grow upon the fear, upon the anguish, upon all of the lower frequency, lower vibrational thoughts, words, actions. There is just the opposite. If all of the actions and the words and the thoughts are all of the highest understanding, then you will have just the opposite. A bright, light being that is with you. And yes, as one grows in all of the lower vibrational fields, it too has the understanding and the power to encroach into the physical presence. The higher vibrational does as well. Equals in their own, different in their own. But by merely changing words, changing thoughts, changing actions, can you begin to deplete and change to a higher vibrational state. That is what needs to be known. So what you were perceiving or what you were witnessing is actual. But it all can be changed. It takes time. It takes patience. Just as you in your physical being at times does not want to do something, the energy in this entity is the same, but it can be changed. And it takes a strong presence of energy to change it.
Fascinating. I've learned a lot tonight. Wow. One last question. I recently settled on a book cover, and the designer, I found out, is a female in Pakistan. And as I thought about her, I got huge waves of goosebumps, and I sensed that we contracted to work together in this life. Can you verify that and tell me what our relationship is, please?
It is quite interesting. So many questions to verify so many things. If one senses that they've received information, but yet have to check in to receive additional information, this is quite interesting. Trust. Place yourself in the middle of trust and understand that if you have received information, then that is what your confirmation is. Yes, you have contracted to be together. You have contracted to do this work together. It is not by chance for you two have been together in past lives. You have been in existence together and done work together in many past lives. You have changed the world as you know it. It is this process that has played out, and yet you have connected yet again for this change. So allow yourself to know, to trust, to open yourself to this experience.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the clarification. And it wouldn't be a message night if at least one time I didn't get lovingly scolded. Thank you very much for your presence this evening.
As always, the collective is here for your information, knowledge.